What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room. And this is where we at now. So apparently you see the title here. So yeah, man. Oh man, it's crazy out here. So one of JD Vance's security, security guards basically went on a date with the young lady. I guess he thought that he could trust this young lady. Who knows? When you're meeting people online and stuff like that, you don't never really know who you're meeting. But anyway, though, so he goes on a date at this restaurant here. You can clearly see the beginning of it right here. And he's sitting down talking to this young lady and things like that, unknowing that he was talking to an investigative journalist. Now, this is the crazy part here. He goes to yap in his mouth about JD Vance and him being JD Vance personal security technically and things like that, and also places that he's been and going. Jesus Christ, it's crazy out here. Some of these people, even if you properly vet them, they still end up being assholes. So we're gonna go here now. We're gonna check this out. Quarters, nickels, and dimes.
Can I see your badge again with your photo? You're so cute.
A current Secret Service.
Look at that. She got the whole badge up to name and all. Name and all. United States Secret Service, Department of Homeland Security. Jesus Christ. Thomas A. Escott. Man, come on, bruh. Jesus, man. How stupid can you be? Look at his smug face. Look at how he looking. Oh my goodness. He probably thought I'm finna get the draws tonight. I'm a Secret Service agent. Okay. All right, dude.
Service agent on Vice President J.D. Vance's security detail.
When he's like walking, like where are you?
We'll have at least a minimum head and
Gives away vital high-level security information to our undercover journalists.
we have different shifts. We have shift.
Tells her about detailed future travel plans for the vice president, and even sends her pictures with location metadata revealing where the president's convoy was located, potentially violating.
Stop it, bro. Hold on, bro. Look at this. Maps and oh man.
Revealing where the president's convoy was located, potentially violating both the Secret Service NDA and United States federal law. And Tomas is fully aware of this. Quote, I signed paperwork, so if I don't have to get out information, I never do, otherwise I get in trouble. You really have to stand in awe of the lack of self-awareness.
There ain't nothing secret about what we do.
Tomas Escato also reveals that he voted for Biden and that he hates Trump and Vance's immigration policies.
Did you vote for Biden?
Yes, I did actually.
What do you think about like all the ICE stuff going on?
I hate that shit.
Yeah.
They're employing taxes that shouldn't be employed.
You may have seen reports.
Okay, and this is where we get here. Obviously he hates the people that he's working for. So he has no never mind about telling JD Vance's business and giving away giving away information to where he can put JD in danger, wife and children, and other officers that he's working with. Jesus Christ, man. This is crazy.
It's last week that someone attempted to break into Vice President J.D. Vance's home in Ohio. That incident prompted us to take a closer look. What we found in our investigation was an agent inside the vice president's detail who is actually revealing to a total stranger that the vice president will be visiting his home in Ohio days ahead of time. And while what you're about to see is an important story, the security of the vice president and his family is our top priority. Now, under normal circumstances, our editorial policy is to request comment a day or two before a report airs. But in this case, we contacted the Secret Service a full week in advance of this report to ensure that nothing we report here would compromise the vice president's safety in any way.
Good. So obviously this is just now coming out, but this happened a while back. So that's good. Obviously, it didn't get compromised, but we are seeing this buffoon over here. And I hope he gets thrown in jail for this. And of course, this is a felony charge. I really hope they throw him in jail. This is ridiculous. And he can have all the boy pussy he wants. Jesus, man. How stupid can you be to be in that type of position and ruin everything like that? Like you're next to the president. I don't give a fuck who the president or vice president. I'm going with the honor that you've worked hard your whole life to get to this position, and you're just throwing it all away because maybe some political beliefs or some stupid shit you got going on in your mind. Whatever happened to men that had honor out here? Whatever happened to men that understood the task as men, even though you may not like the job or you may not like your boss and stuff like that, but you did your job because it was your duty, and you had especially something this serious. Jesus Christ, bro. Come on, man.
But even with those precautions, what we uncovered is troubling, and we felt this is important for you all to see. We hope that bringing this to light strengthens security and helps prevent future vulnerabilities in our government.
You're leaving money on the table.
It is what it is. Yeah, man. Jesus Christ. This is crazy.
Badge again with your photo? You said you were training. It was your training?
Yeah, that's like
photo?
4 years ago.
You're so cute.
We met Thomas on the dating app Tinder in October of 2025. The Secret Service agent is a holdover from the Biden administration. He was actually originally tasked with protecting Kamala Harris.
I think that was the first huge issue. I don't know how often that happens when new presidents come in. Do the old Secret Service agents just, get kind of transferred to the new president and vice president? But seeming how these people, of course, were probably already vetted for the job and was there with the previous president, I think they maybe not vetted them as properly again, something like that maybe. But this is crazy right here. And this is insane that this dude is doing this out here. He's just talking out the side of his neck to some chick he just met about personal United States government business. Jesus Christ.
And Doug Emhoff. In fact, he sent us this image from a Christmas party in December of 2024. There he is with Kamala Harris.
How did you get picked to do vice president?
Not by choice, it's just they talk to you and they let you know, it's like, hey, eventually you're going to have to go down to DC.
Okay.
All roads lead to DC now when you're in your career. So you can go to the president's detail, the vice president's detail, what we call counter surveillance division, so that's undercover stuff.
Note the irony. He's talking about undercover counter surveillance to a journalist wearing a hidden camera. Tomas Escato is often directly involved in the vice president's transportation to and from his residence at the Naval Observatory, surveillance of the vice president's residence, and even protecting Vance's wife, Usha Vance, and their children. Here he complains again to a total stranger he just met about his assignment involving J.D. Vance's children.
So what are his kids like?
Go to school with them.
Oh.
Yeah, we follow them everywhere. It's a 24/7. There is no black coverage. Not like it's a babysitter, but it's a weird one that we always talk about. Like, this, but you can't do nothing.
Oh, you can't do anything.
Tomas proceeds to give our undercover journalist detailed info with pictures about the specific methods used to transport and protect the vice president, and even tells her some exact times of shift changes on the Secret Service schedule.
Oh, hell no. Are you way? Dude, man, it's got to be a special prison for these type of dudes right here that betray their country and betray their job, especially at this high level of a job. Man, at this high level of a job, it's got to be a special place to put these individuals. I mean, of course, the military prison. Of course, they're not going to just let him roam free in a regular prison. Listen, look, man, this dude is giving this chick he just met with the scenario that's going on. He just met this broad. He telling this chick all types of crazy ass stuff. When the convo going, when it's not going, shift changes. Man, oh Jesus. Man, we need some Singapore shit over here. Get that nigga a Canaan. like 100 lashes or some shit like that. Like, come on, man, you got to make an example out of this. We need to see this publicly. Cane that dude publicly, bro, for real.
So, like, when he's, like, walking, like, where are you?
Following.
Just following.
There's a group of us, we surround, make a moment. We'll have at least a minimum head and now that I'm on the vice president's actual details, a little different because we have different shifts. We have shift.
Via text, J.D. Vance's Secret Service agent informs the stranger when he has picked up J.D. Vance's wife and even mentions that he and Vance are currently at.
Man, these dudes really be hard up for some pussy out here. They really be hard up to impress these chicks. Oh my goodness, bro. Because this is technically what this boils down to. That's the reason why I titled the broadcast here the way that I titled it, and I put simp activity at the end. This dude right here truly is the definition of a simp ass dude that will ruin his life and other people's lives around him for some pussy. Because keep in mind here, like I said previously, he thought that he was going to get brownie points with this chick for telling her all this shit, and he this big Secret Service agent and this and that. Man, come on, bro. You endangering not only the vice president's lives and his family, your colleagues too. Man,
Tomas even sends a selfie from inside a.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it.
Jesus, man. Come on. All right.
J.D. Vance's residence at the Naval Observatory. It's basically a secure location while the Secret Service is surveilling the vice president's home. Now, while he's supposed to be guarding the vice president's property, Tomas is busy snapping selfies, texting our journalist. Now, here's a picture that Tomas sent us taking off from Joint Base Andrews Air Force Base. You see the convoy vehicle going into the airplane, and some of these photos even had location metadata baked in the photos.
Of course, of course it would. If you take a photo, some phones you take a photo with, they have the time date stamp automatically, in the photo. Most phones and stuff like that will do that at the same time though too. And some phones you may not see it, but you still able to timestamp that picture, whatever picture you take. It's still there on these new phones.
Mentioning that these pictures were taken a few months prior to sending them to our journalist. While they didn't give away the vice president's location in real time, they did give away certain routes that were used and the number of vehicles in the convoy, information which could be used in the future. This is a photo Tomas sent us from King Khalid International Airport in Saudi Arabia. Here's a photo Tomas sent us loading the convoy into an aircraft at Munich Airport in Germany, where Vice President Vance gave a speech to the Munich Security Council. Again, metadata there on the photo. Another image revealing the exact location at the presidential helicopter at JFK in New York. And we think perhaps most significant here revealed the location where President Trump's convoy was driving through Emirates Palace in Abu Dhabi, May 2025. This convoy was transporting President Trump for a state visit with the UAE President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan.
He even got so that whole segment right there, he had J.D. Vance and the president at that particular picture come on.
These photos are from Tomas Escoto's time during the Secret Service shot from his personal iPhone. His personal phone dating back to May, while on duty protecting the vice president and president, and all of this was sent to our undercover journalist. The Secret Service agent even goes on to detail recent visits to Minnesota, Tennessee, specifies that the Secret Service team was on location as per the procedure.
He went to Minnesota last week.
Okay.
So we sent out a team ahead of time before he was there. ahead of time.
Okay.
So they do the security events for that. Depending on what it is,
Sure.
we liaison with our field office
Okay.
local law enforcement,
Wow.
state law enforcement, and any other federal law enforcement, depending on what you're doing. Come up with a plan to secure where he's going to be at, the airport, the route from each place that he's going to. That's pretty much it. If he's staying in a hotel, then we have someone else that we have to set that up.
Oh my God.
Before the trip to Tennessee, the Secret Service agent also texts our journalist informing her which plane the vice president will be traveling in and when they plan to depart. He even texts her an image of himself in the plane, notifying her that he is on board with the VP. And even worse, Escato continues to detail Vance's future travel plans, revealing at the time that Vance will be visiting his home in Ohio for 4 to 5 days and then will be visiting Florida for one night. Now, this is potentially a violation of the non-disclosure agreement that Tomas would have signed when joining the Secret Service, which states, quote, the unauthorized disclosure, unauthorized retention, or negligent handling of classified information by me could damage or irreparably be injury to the United States or could be used to advantage by a foreign nation. I hereby agree that I will never divulge classified information to anyone, unquote. And it may also be a violation of federal law. 18 U.S. Code 793, gathering, transmitting, or losing defense information. Now, in some Section D, it states, lawfully having possession of photographs related to national defense and communicating or transmitting them to any person not entitled to receive them shall be fined or imprisoned, not more than 10 years or both. It's important to note that the Secret Service could not confirm that the behavior exhibited by Tomas violates these laws, but they did say they are potential violations of the United States Secret Service Code of Conduct. Tomas is fully aware of this, as he mentions in one text to our journalist, quote, I signed paperwork, so if I don't have to get out information, I never do, otherwise I get in trouble. You really have to stand in awe of the lack of self-awareness. All of what I just showed you is ironic, because Escato has already given our journalist information about protective formations, times of shift changes, locations and times of travel, and even pictures of vice president convoys with location data. There is one more aspect to this interaction that caught our attention. Tomas reveals to our Undercover that he voted for Biden.
Did you vote for Biden?
Yes, I did actually.
No, 2020. Yeah, I did too.
That was the first time I was able to.
Really?
I was a citizen.
Wow.
I got my citizenship in 2018.
Whoa, hold on. What the fuck did he just say? Stop it. Hold on.
To our Undercover that he voted for Biden.
Did you vote for Biden?
Yes, I did actually.
No, 2020. Yeah, I did too.
That was the first time I was able to.
Really?
I was a citizen.
That was the first time I was able to vote. I wasn't a citizen. How the fuck did he become a Secret Service agent? And he wasn't born here. Oh my good. Oh man. Oh my good. Oh Lord. You gotta be kidding me here. Did we just? No wonder he's a fucking traitor. He came over here. Oh, wait.
Wow.
I got my citizenship in 2018.
If Tomas got his citizenship in 2018, he's been a Secret Service agent for 5 years.
How long have you been as a Secret Service?
5 years.
5 years. Okay.
And that means he was placed into duty with the Secret Service after about 2 years of citizenship in America. Tomas also goes on to reveal that he hates President Trump and Vice President Vance's immigration policies.
So he was placed after 2 years of getting his citizenship. He was placed on a huge task like this to protect the president and the vice president of the United States after 2 years. What are we doing over here? And I guarantee you, it was probably people that were qualified for that job that were born in this country with ancestry in this country. Man, bro. And then we wonder why the bullshit is happening to us over here. All these illegals keep storming our borders and taking our resources and stuff. Man, come on, bro. Come on, bro. How did he get this type of prestigious job only 2 years after he became an American citizen? 2 years, man.
What do you think about like all the ICE stuff going on?
I don't like that.
It's really sad.
I don't understand why they're covering their face. I don't agree with that at all. At the end of the day, we're public servants.
Sure.
You're allowed to see your face.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing secret about what we do. But why they're doing that, I have no idea.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want?
Man, enemies right in the midst. Enemies in the midst.
Yeah. It's terribly sad.
He don't agree with that. Of course you wouldn't agree with that because you're a fucking foreigner over here with one of the most prestigious careers that you could ever have. Of course you don't give a fuck. Of course you was down for Biden because he was allowing your people over here for fucking free. Man, get the hell out of here, bro. Get the hell out of here. Ain't nobody telling me no different. This is crazy to me. Are you kidding me? They let this buffoon become a Secret Service agent only 2 years after he became an American citizen. What happened to the standards? I don't think we need to allow any of these people that come over here and get citizenship to become any type of government agent or fucking Congress people and none of that shit. They wasn't born here. Man, stop it, bro. Stop it. This is the reason why he out here running his mouth trying to impress some pussy that he was never finna get in the first place. And we ended up talking about this bat right now. Because he never was down for America, regardless of what regime he was fucking up under, or however you want to put it. He's sitting right here talking out the side of his neck to this broad, sending the pictures, all types of crazy ass stuff. Man, dude, all right. I'm even more serious now. You need to make a true example out this bitch. We need to put him on fucking live camera and cane him 100 lashes. Real talk, 100 lashes.
No, that is actually a sad thing. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
They're employing taxes that shouldn't be employed.
Now there, Tomas is actually allowed to express his opinions. It's his First Amendment right. If he was only doing that, this wouldn't be a story. We thought it was important to include that because it might provide some clues or context as to why he was displaying this behavior. Whether Tomas is merely inexperienced and loose-lipped, intentionally sabotaging the vice president's security, or just plain stupid, well, that's unclear. But what's certain is this should not be happening inside our Secret Service, particularly after the serious security lapses in 2024 that led to the head of the Secret Service resigning after what happened in Butler, Pennsylvania. And why do we think this is an important story? Well, most importantly is the protection and the security of the Vice President of the United States. And we hope this story leads to better security and better protection than what we're seeing here. We're confident that it will. We hope it sends a shockwave through the Secret Service that deters bad actors and unprofessionalism in a way that, for example, Inspector General never could. And we hope that it leads people with information to come to O'Keefe Media Group and Citizen Journalism Foundation. We hope that it encourages people to tell other stories like this, to root out malfeasance in our government, and to force people to do the right thing, to force people to do their jobs.
Right. And we're going to end it there. Real talk, man. This is crazy. You know, like I stand firm on it. I don't think we need to have anybody that's only been a citizen over here for 2 years to have a high-powered position like that. What is this? Is this what we've come to? Is this where we at, people? Hold on here. Is this where we at? So we're allowing people from outside of our country that's only been here for a limited amount of time to have these super jobs like this, these good paying jobs with benefits. And the people, I guarantee you there were people that signed up for that position that were American citizens with lineage in this country and things like that. And they just gave it to this dude. I guess this was some DEI shit under the Biden administration. Let's talk about it. Because he came in under the Biden administration, protected Kamala, this and that. So it had to be some DEI shit. Listen, look, I think the president needs to also clean out that Secret Service shit. I think there's a lot of motherfuckers in there on some DEI shit. Man, because obviously it's being proven right here. Look at this. Look at what this idiot just did. Now, thank God this the O'Keefe Media Network did their due diligence and made sure that they put this out, months later, to where they cleared it with Secret Service, stuff like that. Hopefully this dude is being prosecuted and put somewhere where we can't find him, even if we needed to. Jesus Christ, bro. It's crazy out here, but it is what it is, though. Shout out to all my subscribers. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line. Man, y'all need to stop letting these foreigners, these new people in these high places. What? If you can't trace your ancestry back 60 plus years in this country, you don't need to be a senator, Congress, none of that shit. President, none of that. Mayor, none of that. Get the fuck out of America.